Hey dreamers and purpose seekers. In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to become a commissioned notary public for the state of California. Okay, so it's January 29th, 2022. It's a Saturday morning. I just woke up. It's like 6:30 in the morning here. I am a little tired, but I'm not a morning person, so that has a lot to do with the fact why I feel the way I do. But after a cup of coffee and a shower, I'll be great. So I'm going to start off the day by studying for the Notary Public exam. I've got my exam scheduled for today. I'm not really that nervous. I actually feel good about it. I feel like I'm gonna do well. I've spent over the last month and a half studying online. I took an online course, and it's kind of go at your own pace, so it was really easy. It's funny because the name of it is EzNotary Class, but shout out to them. I'm not getting paid for this, but it was really helpful. So, hey, there you go. So anyways, I'm ready to take this exam, put this behind me, and I feel good. I feel like I'm gonna pass. I'm gonna claim that I'm gonna pass, and that's that. Welcome to Work on Your Purpose. I'm TL Talks. And in today's video, I'm gonna show you how to become a California notary public. This channel is for aspiring entrepreneurs just like you to help you build your confidence to start creating your business and work on your purpose. Before I get started, make sure that you tap that thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button, and if you're new to the channel, please follow the Work on Your Purpose Facebook group. What is a notary? A notary public is an official of integrity appointed by state government, typically by the Secretary of State. They serve the public as an impartial witness in performing a variety of official fraud deterrent acts related to signing of important documents. These official acts are called notarizations or notarial acts. So what do notaries do? Well, according to National Notary Association, a notary's duty is to screen the signers of important documents for their true identity, their willingness to sign without duress or intimidation, and their awareness of the contents of the document or transaction. Okay. So some notarizations also require the notary to put the signer under oath, declaring under penalty of perjury that the information contained in the document is true and correct. This could be like property deeds or wills or powers of attorney. Notaries deter fraud and establish that the signer knows what the documents they're signing are and that they're a willing participant in the transaction. You can become a notary public in your state, and every state has different requirements in terms of the commission process. If you meet the eligibility and requirements and follow all of the steps of your state, this includes the commissioning process, then you will become a commissioned notary public. And once you become a notary public in the state of California, you can also become a loan signing agent. Now, you may want to take some additional courses to study and really educate yourself on that process. This video will specifically focus on the state of California. This is where I am now officially commissioned notary public, and I'm going to walk you through my experience and the process so that way you can start your new business as a notary public or loan signing agent. In the state of California, if you go to the Secretary of State's website, there will be a checklist, and you can go through the checklist to see all the steps that it takes to become a commissioned notary. The first thing you want to do is complete an approved education course. There are tons of courses that are approved by the Secretary of State. You want to get that list, look at the one that you think is suitable for you and what you're trying to accomplish. There are exams that you can take that are in person. There's online exams. I prefer the online exams because you can take them at your own pace. You have to complete 6 hours of coursework and receive a completion certificate in order to take your exam. The next step is to register for your exam. You can go to the link in the description there to show you where to go for CPS HR consulting. You can schedule your exam there. There's different schedules depending on the county that you live in. So you want to check for your county's exam schedule and find out where that exam is being held and book your exam as soon as possible, because I had to book my exam about a month and a half in advance. So you want to make sure that you jump on that right away, put yourself on that registration to take the exam, and then begin the course. Take the course. You can knock the course out. I mean, if you sit through it for 6 hours, you could do that. But if you do an online class, it's more convenient because you can go at your own pace. You can pause. You can watch a section at a time, take notes, go over it as many times as you need to, and then move forward. However you want to do it, whatever your method is. But I enjoyed the online class, so I'm going to highly recommend an online class. The one that I used is, and I'm not receiving any payments for endorsing these folks, but I've got EzNotaryClass.com was a really simple, user-friendly online course that I enjoyed. They also provide forms, sample forms that you'll need. They have supplies that you can purchase after you're done. They have everything that you need there to supply yourself, get equipped and ready for the test. The most important thing is the exam prep that they have. They give you a practice exam. You can watch the videos. I think they give you access for up to 2 years. So that was a good experience for me. I highly recommend that. And there's others. You can go to the National Notary Association. They have a course themselves. I was going to try that, but for some reason, I think it was, for me, the price. The price was the difference for me. I wanted something that was a little bit more affordable because I wanted to just kind of test the water at first. And for $80, you can register for this EzNotary class. Find whichever course that you're interested in that you think will work for you and sign up for it. The next step for becoming a commissioned notary in the state of California is to go and take the exam. Now, you're going to need to take a few items with you to the exam. You're going to need to have a passport photo. You're going to want to have the application fee and exam fee. The state exam fee is $40. That's $20 for the application and $20 for the exam. So you want to make sure that you bring the proper method of payment so that way you can register for the class. I use a check, so you can use check. You want to check with the website for your exam where you register to find out the details of what they're requiring at that time. You'll also need to have with you your driver's license or passport, some type of government issued photo ID. You'll need that for your exam. You'll also need to print out your confirmation. So you want to print out your confirmation that you have registered for the exam. Bring that with you, as well as your application, your notary application. Bring that with you. Do not leave that at home. And then bring, I say, 3 number 2 pencils. They only recommend 2 because you're going to use those to fill in the bubbles because it's a multiple choice test. So you have to bring your own number 2 pencil. I say bring 3. They give you an hour to complete the test, so make sure that you don't rush, but also be aware of your time. You want to make sure that you don't go over the time. Make sure that you don't go too under either. You want to give yourself the full hour to review your answers. So even if you finish in 40 minutes, take the extra 20 minutes to go back over your questions and make sure that you feel comfortable with the answers that you selected. Also, when you learn and take notes through your course, really pay attention to the fees. The fees are very important. They seem to emphasize a lot about the fees. And just really understand the process. Know what you're required to know for this exam. There's all kinds of resources out there. There's There's flashcards, there's videos, but your main resource is your class and the California 2022 Notary Handbook. You want to go to the Secretary of State's website to get a copy of this handbook. You want to make sure that you fully understand this handbook because it's the test. It's all on the test. You want to make sure that you know the official rules, laws that you have to follow when it comes to this business. You have to understand the duties of a notary, and it's really important that you follow the guidelines in that handbook, okay? Get a checklist for yourself. You can find checklist on the Secretary of State's website. As I mentioned earlier, you can go there. It gives you the step-by-step checklist on what you need to do. But I'm going to cover this for you in this video to save you some time. The next step is once you take the exam, you're going to want to submit fingerprints for the live scan. Thankfully, where I had my exam, there was a live scan set up right outside of the exam room. Very convenient, right? I went ahead and knocked the live scan out because of my schedule. I didn't want to have to disrupt my schedule to go do it, so I just took care of it in one fatal swoop. I took the exam, I got the live scan. The live scan cost, I think, about $80. So yeah, I wasn't expecting to spend $80 that day, but they got me. I needed to do it, so it was just convenient. After you've taken the exam and you've gotten your live scan fingerprints, it's a waiting game. You're just waiting and waiting and waiting to get that confirmation or denial letter from the Secretary of State. All right, so I just got back from taking the exam, and I gotta say the test, it really wasn't that hard. It was 45 questions, all multiple choice, and you just have to really rely on the fact that you studied, that you put the effort and time in to focus on the things that are important, like reading the actual official notary public hand guide that's distributed through the Secretary of State. Read that, understand that, really pay attention to the fees and the penalties. That's important that you also pay attention to the wording. They may throw like a trick question in there a little bit to make you think it's one thing, but it's really something else. Go with your instinct. Usually you're right when you go with your instinct. But overall, I feel great about it. I gotta wait. I think it's gonna take, like they said, anywhere between 3 to 5 weeks to get an answer as to whether I passed. So we'll see. You're just waiting. It's a waiting game. You're waiting for your commission packet. Once the Secretary of State receives the results of your exam, then they will send out your commission packet. If you pass the exam, I think you have to pass with 70% or higher for the exam. Once you pass and they're notified, they'll send you the commission packet, and now it's on to the next step. The next step is to purchase your notary supplies and file your oath and bond at your county's recorder's office. I use National Notary Association to purchase a bond. You'll have to take that bond to the county clerk's office. So when you purchase the bond, you have to wait until you receive a copy of the bond. And once you have that physical copy of the bond, then you can schedule an appointment if necessary. Scheduling appointment may change depending on what's going on in the world, if there's issues with COVID or not, or just depending on the preference of your county clerk's office. But anyways, you're gonna schedule an appointment to go file your bond and oath. Okay, that's gonna cost, it's gonna vary. I don't know. For me, it was about $110. Once you do that, then the last step for me was to purchase my notary public materials. Now you have to send your authorization letter to the company that's going to manufacture your seal and stamps. So you want to make sure that you've completed everything, and that's, for me, was the last step. I feel like it's smart to just wait until everything's official before purchasing my supplies. So once you've gotten everything straightened out and you're good to go, You purchase your supplies, send your authorization letter to the manufacturer that's going to do your seals and your stamps, and you're good to go. Once you've completed all of those steps and you have your supplies, you're fully commissioned, you filed your oath and bond, you are an official notary public and you can start notarial acts legally. In addition to being a notary, you can also act as a loan signing agent. Now, I decided to do this for myself. I think it's a great idea to expand the business and put myself out there. There's more to learn. There's different documents that you want to have some kind of idea about. You want to familiarize yourself with, so that way you know what you're doing when you go out to do loan signing. But it's just a different process. So with the loan signing, you find a loan signing agency, get your name registered within that agency so you can find work. You can accept signings that come in that fit your schedule, schedule them out, and take the things that you need with you. You're going to need with you the printed documents. So most of these places are going to send you the documentation that you need. You're going to need to print it. So you're going to have to get a printer if you don't have one. Most places recommend that you have a dual tray printer. That way you can print both legal and letter-sized documents. So how much does it cost to become a notary public? Well, the cost will vary. But the cost to become a notary public, I mean, it's really minimal compared to a lot of other businesses that you start. So here is a breakdown of the costs that I experienced through my process. For the approved educational course that I took online, that was $79. The application fee and exam fee combined was $40, so $20 each. And then I had to take passport photos, so that was about $9 to $12. I did the live scan, I believe came out to $80. And then I also purchased the supplies for the notary and for my loan signing kit. Combined, it was about $168. But that depends on what you want to do with your business. And then if you're considering to be a loan signing agent, you have to factor in that dual tray printer. If you don't have one, you could spend anywhere between $300 to $800. You have to also factor in the cost of paper, both letter and legal size paper. You're going to want to get some blue ink pens that'll run you can get them on Amazon, anywhere between maybe $6 to $10 for a box of, like, I don't know, 100 or 50, 25, something like that. You can do a security laptop case is something that I'm looking into. It's $40. It has a lock on it because you're gonna need to keep your notary supplies under lock and chain. You're gonna have to keep that secure at all times. So I just recommend a security laptop case. And then you want to consider folders to carry the documents in, and also scanners, because you're gonna have to scan documents to send back. Another cost to factor is the notary surety bond. That's about $38 for 4 years. You're going to want to also consider E&O insurance. That's errors and omissions insurance to protect you from the public. As a notary signing agent, you want to make sure that you protect yourself. That can cost you anywhere between, I saw, $90 to $500. So it just depends on what coverage you select. So the ideal capital to start a notary business, I say, is about $500. If you add on the loan signing agent part of the business and become a loan signing agent, then, and you have to make some of these upgrades with the printer and the scanner like I do, then that's an additional $1,000. So I'm looking at $1,500 to start this notary signing business. So you want to make sure that you save up the chips that you need to invest in yourself in this new business. Everybody's situation is different, so maybe you spend less. Maybe you already have some of the things that I mentioned and you don't need to purchase them. However, for me, startup cost is $1,500, and as a notary signing agent, I hear that you can do pretty good. It's a hustle game. You gotta just really hustle for the work, get out there, be professional, bring yourself to the table, be there to serve the public. Be that impartial witness that people need to help them with some of the new changes, the major changes that they're making in their lives by signing some of these important documents. So at the end of the day, it's all fulfilling work. Just find the ways to be of service, to be professional, and to show up for yourself and your clients, and you'll be good. In the description below, I'm going to leave links to all of the things that I discussed here. I'm going to give you the information that you need to start your process to becoming a notary public for the state of California. So let's recap. Here's the step-by-step instructions to start your notary commission. The first step is to complete a state-required training and receive proof of completion. Next, you want to fill out the notary application, schedule your exam, and take the exam. So you want to take with you to the exam your application, a current photo ID, whether it be your state's driver's license or a state ID card issued by the DMV. You want to take your proof of completion from your training class, take your completed and signed application. As I mentioned already, I repeated myself, but I can't stress enough, don't forget that. You need that. Your passport photo, your live scan fingerprints, you can always get those after you take the exam. And bring that $40 application fee that's payable to the Secretary of State. Payment must be made by check or money order. Those are the only two options. So make sure that you have either a check or money order for your application fee. You're going to also need to pass the exam so that way you can receive your commission. Okay, so when you pass the exam, you'll receive your commission packet. It'll have all the instructions that you need. You'll have your commission certificate. You'll have the 2 notary public oath and certificates of filing forms. You'll have a certificate of authorization to manufacture your notary public seals. So you want to make sure that you look out for that. It takes about 6 to 10 weeks to get after you've been notified that you passed your exam. Then you're going to order your notary supplies, your stamp, your seal, your bond. You're going to get all of that stuff. You're going to file your bond and take your oath with your county clerk's office. You need to do that within 30 days from receiving your certificate of authorization from the state. Okay, that's very important that you make sure that you accomplish that within 30 days. Then last, you can begin performing your notary duties. You can start booking clients, getting notary gigs, signings, and start building your business. Don't stress out. Take your time, really study, take notes, read the state's handbook, understand it. You can also reference other resources online, videos on YouTube to help you with this process. Make sure that you study. Learn those fees, learn the process, and pay attention to the wording. Sometimes they use tricky language to kind of throw you off in the exam, so you want to really pay attention to the phrasing of things because it can sometimes make you second guess yourself. And oftentimes when we second guess ourselves, it's usually because we were right, but we think we're wrong, and we don't trust ourselves. So be really mindful of the wording. Know your content and material about this process, the laws, the requirements. And once you feel like you are comfortable, go out there, take the exam, and do well. I know you will do well. So keep me posted on your progress. Let me know how it goes. If you pass your exam, if you fail your exam, if you need some tips or some personal one-on-one coaching, let me know. I'm here for you. Leave me messages in the comments. Make sure you subscribe, like, comment, and share this video if you found it of value to you. Also, leave me a comment with some topics that you would like for me to cover in the next video. Let me know what's helpful for you. I want to be helpful to you on your journey. But until next time, keep pursuing your dreams and work on your purpose.